Hello.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wulff Down Live, episode 136, the one where I hope you like Smash Brothers, because boy, otherwise you're just not going to enjoy this episode.
It's a big day.
It's a very big day today.
I mean, there's other stuff to talk about.
There is, but let's be real. We're going to talk about Smash Brothers for probably most of the episodes.
Yes.
Probably
Yes.
90% of the episode.
Yes, I would say so.
Yes.
What up, Mysterio? What up, Jung? What up, Marco? What up, Lewis? What up, Oscar? What up, Barrett? What up, Colin? What up, everybody?
Hello, anyone and everyone who is here.
So today, this morning, at 10 a.m.,
Yes.
too early for me.
Yes. I was surprised you were up.
Not for most people,
Yes.
but for me, yes. It was, they did the Nintendo Direct and they announced it was just all Smash Bros.
Yes.
And they announced a whole bunch more crap.
Yeah.
They opened with something. Joshua Grady says, "Whew, that sync." We synced right before we started.
We did.
Synced the audio.
We did.
I always do that. Did it screw up? I hope it's good. Should be good. Well, what was I gonna say? And they opened with something that was leaked like the day before.
Okay.
Apparently, one of the music tracks, they changed the name to something Castlevania.
I heard about that.
Yeah. So everybody knew it was going to be Simon Belmont.
Yeah.
So they opened with Simon Belmont. They opened with a nice little, cute little cinematic where Luigi dies.
Yes. Between this and the Ridley opening, where like he kills Mega Man and someone else, like Sakurai doesn't care anymore.
They've had some great. They've had some cinematics.
Very grim cinematics. Even the reveal trailer when the Inkling was like looking at the fiery Smash Ball, she's like horrified at it.
Yes. There's some serious stuff.
Yeah.
I was going to pull up the GIF, but yeah. It's Luigi going through Alucard's castle.
Dracula's castle.
Yeah. And he's got his little shop vac.
Poltergust 3000.
And he's not doing nothing.
Yeah.
Because they're all demon monsters, and he gets straight up murdered by.
I think that was the Grim Reaper.
Yeah. Well, it looked like the Grim Reaper. Well, that's like a regular character in. That's like a.
Yeah, I think
it's not a boss. It's like just a regular old dude.
Yeah.
It's just a regular NPC in Castlevania.
Yeah.
And then Simon Belmont hits him in the face with his whip.
Yeah.
Simon Belmont. I kind of think I'm gonna play as him a little bit. I kind of like what he's got going on.
I like the design they went. It's very much reminiscent of the original NES Simon Belmont design, where it kind of looks more like He-Man.
I saw somebody posted the guy who did the art for Owlboy posted all the different Simon Belmonts, and they're all wildly different.
Once Igarashi took over the series and like transitioned everything over to an anime look, like Simon Belmont got like this flowing red hair, like Mera red hair, and had just the weirdest outfits. But this, he looks like old school Simon Belmont, which is great.
Yeah. I mean, he looks like he doesn't look exactly like he does on the cover art because his outfit is a lot better.
His hair is much longer, but he looks like the closest approximation of a modern version of that.
Yes, he looks great. He looks perfect.
He looks very good.
And they also announced his Echo Fighter, which is his brother?
Ancestor. Or Descender. I forget who. Richter Belmont.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I like him more. I might play as him.
Richter Belmont was in Castlevania Rondo of Blood, which I think is the best name ever.
Rondo of Blood.
Rondo of Blood. And he was also playable in Symphony of the Night.
Well, their reach is insane.
Oh yeah, because they got the vampire killer whip.
Yeah. And it doesn't look like they're. I would assume if their reach is that good that they would like nerf some other aspects. It doesn't look like they did.
Yeah, the descendant of Simon Belmont.
Another fun little fact, he throws the holy water down and it looks like the PK fire kind of thing.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, because you throw it on the ground and whoever walks near it will just...
Nice.
But it's holy water. It's just holy water.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So does that mean everybody in Smash Bros. Is a sinner?
Probably.
Because they're getting burned by holy water?
Probably, yeah.
So this is from Fanatics4.com, Will.
Yes.
Can you believe it?
Thank you guys for putting up a summary because I was just like scanning through article after article.
Nobody ever posts summaries of this crap.
It bothers me because like most websites now, they won't do that. They'll just do an article for this fighter, and an article for this fighter, and an article for this feature, and an article for this feature.
It's so annoying. So now here we are. We're on Fanatics4.com.
Yes.
Simon Belmont, and then Richter Belmont, who is his Echo fighter.
Yes.
There's also the other big one. I forgot to talk about was King K. Rool.
King K. Rool from the Donkey Kong Country series, the original Rare-made Super Nintendo games. He's an actual playable fighter. He's not an Echo fighter. That's crazy.
A lot of people wanted him, and I don't know why.
I'm sure just nostalgia. I was talking to my coworkers about this, and one of them said she was surprised that he was in the game because they thought there was a problem with like Rare might have owned that character, but I guess not.
That's true.
Yeah.
He looks very much like he does in the garbage cartoon.
Yes.
So when I saw the cinematic, I was like, "Oh, come on!" And then they, so did you watch the cinematic?
I haven't watched anything.
You see the silhouette of King K. Rool, and I'm like, "Oh, come on, man!" And then he like rips off his mask, and it's DDD.
Right.
And you're like, "Oh, it's the good," because nobody. I said nobody wants King K. Rool.
Yeah.
And then King K. Rool murders DDD. Everybody gets murdered.
Yeah.
And then now you got King K. Rool, who is huge, massive, and
King K. Rool is about
slow.
the same size as Bowser. I saw the picture of that, the two of them next to each other, which is insane. So I think they said like Ridley and King K. Rool are like the two of the most requested characters in Smash.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Probably the most requested that they can do.
Yeah.
They said that Shovel Knight was requested, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Shovel Knight, which we'll get to, is an assist trophy.
Yes. I was interested in that because I assumed that maybe Shovel Knight is only popular in America because it's American. You know, maybe it's not that big in Japan. So Sakurai's over there getting all flooded with requests for Shovel Knight. And he's like, "Who the hell's Shovel Knight?" You know? But he's an assist trophy, so that means all hopes are gone of him being an actual
He's relegated to Waluigi status.
Yeah. But the other characters we got are Dark Samus.
Right.
Well, Echo Fighters.
Echo Fighters, and the rest were Echo Fighters. Dark Samus, which is cool. Which means, I guess, that regular Samus is Dark Fighter, Echo Fighter is Dark Samus, but Zero Suit Samus is a completely separate character.
Yes.
Which is interesting. I wonder why they did that.
Well, because they play vastly differently.
I guess, yeah.
And Dark Samus and regular Samus, Armored Samus, play
Basically
exactly the same. Yeah. Sakurai did say that with Echo Fighters there will be slight differences.
Yeah. Mostly in animation, I think.
A lot of people, I don't think it's just an animation. And also animations have a lot to do with, if like an animation is like too many frames, or if it makes so the hitbox moves a certain way. That's a big deal in fighting games. And a lot of people, when I made a video on Echo Fighters, telling me I don't know how the hell Echo Fighters work because Echo Fighters have to be exactly the same as the regular fighter. We know that Dark Pit, I don't know how he is in this game.
Yeah.
But historically, Dark Pit is very different than regular Pit and stuff like that. So you can't, like, that. There's going to be some differences with Echo Fighters.
Yeah.
And then you got Chrom. Who cares about Chrom?
There is I think with Chrom, that makes like 1,000 Fire Emblem characters in the game now.
1,000, yeah.
Most of the roster is Fire Emblem
topped it off at 1,000 now.
It's insane.
He's actually Roy's Echo Fighter. I wasn't sure. I thought he was another Marth Echo Fighter. But no, he's a Roy Echo Fighter.
Who's Marth's Echo Fighter?
The girl.
Okay. I know who
I want to say Lucina.
I have the... No. Yeah, no, it is Lucina.
It is Lucina. Okay. Yeah. Good. What else do we got here? So that's it for the characters. We got Simon Belmont and King K. Rool, who are their own characters. Then for Echo Fighters, we got Richter Belmont, Chrom, and Dark Samus.
Yes.
It's only freaking August now. Game comes out in December. We got plenty of time for more stuff.
Plenty of time for them to announce that Kevin from Captain N is also going to be a playable character. So then you can recreate the entire Captain N in the Game Masters lineup.
Assist trophies. I'll just read what Josh, I believe.
Justin.
Justin. Oh God, I'm stupid. I'm jaded.
I get it. I see what he did there.
Sakurai dashed a couple of people's dreams, announcing several new assist trophies, taking them off the table as possible fighter inclusions this time around. Zero, Knuckles, and Shovel Knight round out the list as my personal favorites for inclusion in Smash Bros. Ultimate. The full list of announced assist trophies is below. Knuckles we knew was going to be an assist trophy. Zero, I don't think we knew.
No, I don't think we knew.
And Shovel Knight we definitely did
Was Zero an assist trophy in the last game?
Look that up. I'm not sure.
I'm on the Smashpedia.
The list of ones we know now is Zero, Knuckles, Crystal. Oh, that's the girl from Star Fox Adventure.
Yes.
Claptrap.
Wait, really?
I didn't see that. Oh no. Sorry. Claptrap from Super Mario Brothers. It's a crocodile.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah. Oh, it's on Super Mario Wiki. Oops. God, that scared me. I was like, what? Cap'n, which is the bus driver from Animal Crossing.
Yes.
You get forced into his bus and he drives you out to the kill box.
I don't understand what any of these symbols mean on the stupid.
What? What's it doing?
On the Smash wiki.
What's it say?
Because it's like Brawl, Wii U 3DS, and then Ultimate.
Pass your laptop.
I'm guessing red means no, but some of them might be yellow.
Oh, you just have a list of assist trophies?
Yeah.
Zero.
I think
Mega Man X.
no.
Yeah.
No.
For the Wii U.
For the Wii U, he's not in there.
So this is the different Smash games. So for the Wii U, he's in it. I don't know what the first one is.
No, the last one is Ultimate.
Oh, the last one's Ultimate? Oh,
yeah, the first one is whether or not they KO you.
Oh, so he's not in it.
Yeah.
So Zero wasn't in the other
So
one.
Zero debuts in Ultimate.
Okay.
Okay.
That's cool. I never expected Zero to be a character.
Yeah.
I do expect Proto Man and Bass. I have to consciously say Bass and not Bass.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I expect Proto Man and Bass to be Echo Fighters.
Really?
Because they're in the final Smash.
See, I would assume that X would be his Echo Fighter.
X, I think Proto Man is more similar to regular Mega Man. I think X
Proto
is
Man
more
has a
different.
shield, though.
Yeah.
So
You can just leave it on his back. Or freaking let him use the shield because Echo Fighters can be a little different.
I guess.
You know? Bass, I don't know. I don't know how different Bass is than regular Mega Man. But he's in the final Smash.
What was
And he wasn't before.
the Mega Man X games? It was X, Zero, and who's the third one?
Axel.
Axel.
He's the guy. He's got two guns.
Yeah,
he's
two.
like very different.
Yeah.
Zero would be cool to play as.
Yeah.
He's cool in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yes.
Other than I haven't finished this list here. Other assist trophies, we got Chef Kawasaki, who's from Kirby, I believe. Gray Fox,
Yes,
Will.
from Kirby. Gray Fox!
That was crazy.
Yes.
He's one of my favorite characters. He's also a kill machine. What is he doing in this game?
Yeah. Well, you know, he's not a tool of the government or anyone else.
He would be a cool...
So he could be in this game.
He would be a great Echo Fighter.
Yeah.
But that would never happen. Also, Snake is not very good in this game. Nikki, I don't know who that is.
Nikki is from Swap Note.
Cool.
For the 3DS.
Shovel Knight, of course.
Yes.
Happy he's in the game at all. Mm-hmm. But no regular old character for him. Moon, which is the Moon.
The Moon from Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
What's probably similarly insane is the Rathlos from Monster Hunter.
Yes.
I thought this was a character. Oh my god. That is loud. Yo, Joshua, thank you for the becoming a member. That's what
they call it now?
That's what they call it now.
All right, thank you for becoming a member of the hottest live stream on YouTube at 9 p.m. Eastern Time
Yes.
on Wednesday nights.
Now you can join the support-only Discord and get some videos early. So the Rathlos is from Monster Hunter. It's a big pain in the ass thing to fight. It was a little confusing because they showed it off as a level boss.
Which it also is.
Yeah, they started off saying this is a level boss, and then they showed it in other levels, and I was like, what? I was like, what is... It's on the Animal Crossing level. How is this? And then they said it's also an assist trophy. So now it makes sense that it can transcend. I thought it was just a boss that moves between levels. Because keep in mind, one of the other modes that they announced was a mode where levels just morph into each other.
Oh, yeah.
Just going between all different... I was like, what? Do bosses now go between different... But no, that's not the case. Also, what's not here, and what not a lot of people are reporting on, Dracula or who the hell's Alucard in
Alucard.
Isn't it the same person?
No, Alucard is Dracula's son.
Okay.
Alucard is Dracula spelled backwards.
Because people were saying Alucard for the level boss of Castlevania. But that's just Dracula?
Yeah,
He's
I
the
think
boss
this
of
is
Castlevania.
Dracula.
Okay.
Yeah. Alucard is an assist trophy, isn't he?
That makes sense. This makes sense now.
Yeah.
This all makes sense to me now. Because...
Yeah, Alucard is an assist trophy.
Okay, that makes sense. Because I was like, that's a different Dracula. I was going to say Dracula is a boss, and then he's also an assist trophy, but it's a different version.
Yeah.
But it's not a different version. It's his son. It's Alucard. It makes sense now. So yeah, the Castlevania level boss is Dracula. And he looks crazy. He's massive.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a little self-conscious about how our sync is today. So I'm going to do this. And I'm going to double check and make sure we're all synced.
All right.
While I do that...
You want me to keep going?
Yeah, can you read the stages?
Okay, yeah. So Sakurai announced that there will be several customization options for the stages with larger battlefield options as well as Omega options like in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. With these included, the list of stages balloons to over 300 for the upcoming game. They also detail options for turning off field hazards for all versions of the stages and options to have the stage change in mid-battle. Dracula's Castle will also appear as a stage with over 30 pieces of music and multiple enemies from the game.
So, 300 stages... Wait. 300 what?
In total, the amount of stages is over 300. All
right, so that's ballooned.
Balloons, yeah. So
There's about 100.
There's about 100, but the different versions of each stage.
Yeah, you have an Omega version.
A Battlefield version.
And a Battlefield version. The Battlefield version's awesome.
Yeah.
Because, let me learn you something.
Yeah, learn me something.
Everybody likes Final Destination.
Yeah.
So the Omega version of the level is just Final Destination, but whatever background you like.
Yeah.
The Battlefield version gives you the platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's sick because I like the platforms.
Yeah, I prefer that.
I'm a Falcon guy.
Yeah.
Captain Falcon guy. I like to come up from underneath people.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be cool. So 300 is like a little. That's not really. But,
yeah.
Dracula's Castle will have over 330 pieces of music, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Also, they showed off a feature, and they had a little video to go along with it with a woman listening with headphones.
Oh yeah, because this is another feature of the game. You can listen to all. I think it's 900 tracks in the game.
That's
you can
ridiculous.
listen to it like you would an iPod. You can even close the screen and put your Switch away in your bag.
In your back
In your back pocket and listen to it like an iPod.
I know at least one person who might do that. Greg, our friend Greg.
Yes.
I once watched him. He was playing his Vita. No, I'm sorry, not playing. He was staring at the screen, and I was like, Greg, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm listening to the radio. And I look at the screen, and he's sitting in the car in Grand Theft Auto just listening to the radio. So that's a weird... Like, I hope that didn't take them too long to develop. Because it's the only game I know that will keep running when you turn the screen off.
Yes. I'm sure they figured out some way to bypass that. I'm sure it has to only be in that mode.
Yeah.
You know?
They also...
I think it's pretty cool.
It is cool.
Yeah.
I'm never going to do it.
I'll probably do it once.
I would just YouTube it, really, to be honest. They also showed off at the end... they showed off the UI as if it was like, check out the cool new UI. Did you see it?
Yeah.
It is garbage.
Yeah, it's still pretty bad.
It is trash. I don't know if it's, Fenax 4 over here slacking. They don't have the UI here. Yeah, but it looks terrible.
Yeah.
It looks pretty much on par with what we've seen from Smash Brothers in the past. Mm-hmm. But in the bottom left corner, there's a mode that they blurred out, and they said we can't this isn't ready yet. We haven't announced it yet. A lot of people are thinking that's Subspace Emissary, some sort of single player. I think it's a single player that's not going to be called Subspace Emissary. It'll be called something else.
That would be cool. I think there should be some sort of epic single player thing. I feel like this is the game where they would do that in there.
I think it's going to be a big epic single player. Yeah. Because, I mean, obviously all of this stuff takes a lot of time to develop. There's already a lot of crap in this game.
Yeah.
But they didn't make a whole new engine for it. So I think that they had enough time to make a Subspace Emissary type situation. Yeah. Dan also brought up a good point. Oh, yeah, we have stuff that I'm missing here. Yeah. Cool. Dan brought up a good point. He said, I'm drawing a blank now. Okay. What were we talking about?
Must not have been a good point.
Yeah, it was Dan. Yeah. What were we talking about?
Subspace Emissary, single player.
There's so many freaking licenses and characters and different IPs and different worlds all crushed together.
Yeah.
All of those have to be incorporated into the Subspace Emissary or whatever single player it is.
On the Wii, on Brawl, only Snake was really incorporated into Subspace Emissary. Sonic was at the very end.
You mean like stuff from the franchise?
Yeah.
I thought they were all in it.
No. Like, Snake had a big part in the Subspace Emissary. But, like, Sonic doesn't show up until, like, the very end. So he's not really a big deal about it.
Right.
So they could probably do something like that.
I was going to say they could probably just cut some people out.
Yeah.
Some things that aren't as important.
Yeah, because not everybody was in the Subspace Emissary.
All right.
So.
Let's read some stuff that happened.
Yeah.
Joshua Grady. Oh, no. Did we say Joshua Grady? Well, whatever. Thank you for the sponsor.
Yeah.
Deadlock with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a little bit ago. Burgundy Burnouts. Also, I think he super chatted the second I posted the stream at like 1:30 today. Everyone was like first. He wrote actual first. Yeah. So thank you for that. But also, Burgundy Burnouts just beat Dead Cells in 45 minutes on my 72nd life. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later.
Yes, we will.
We have some to talk about with that.
We have our opinions on that.
Yes. I'm just going to read Boomstick's review of that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we got some new stages. We also have that mode that nobody's going to use where it morphs between stages.
Yeah, I hate the Smash Brothers stages that like change all the time, like when you're on Link's boat or the F-Zero stage. So why would I do that?
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah,
that's just another way to make it more chaotic.
Yeah,
and I guess another way to make you go through that many different levels.
Yeah,
it'd be kind of cool if you can set like a Battlefield or Omega version and have them change. That'd be pretty cool.
Because that would just really like morph the stage. It doesn't really like enter any hazards.
Because then you're like, oh, I don't know what stage to pick. Yeah. Oh, we'll just do random and have it morph. New items. We got the banana gun. Yay.
Yay.
So wait, is the banana... So when I played it at E3, I picked up a banana, and it's just a banana, but you could shoot the banana out of the peel, and then you have the peel.
Right.
So in previous games, the peel was the item, but now you have the whole banana. You shoot the banana out, and then you have the peel.
Right, and then you can throw the peel.
I guess that's what banana gun is.
I guess.
Or is that what's his name's thing? Donkey Kong Jr. What the hell is that?
No, he's got the peanut guns.
Oh, it's a peanut guns.
Yeah.
Okay. We got another super chat. Jesse McCowan, thank you for $2 super chat. Think this may be the last Smash game? Yes, actually.
I wouldn't be surprised.
At least Sakurai's last.
Yeah.
I think this might be. Yeah,
this is definitely Sakurai's last Smash game.
I think he started the announcement for the last 2014 game.
Yeah.
The Wii one. I think he started that with, "Hey guys, it's me, Masahiro Sakurai. I'm not dead."
Well, because he his health deteriorated during making Brawl or something.
Yeah, and somehow he came out like a beautiful butterfly.
Yeah, he just keeps going.
He's like 60 years old.
Yeah,
he looks like he's like 12.
He's like, I don't want to make these anymore.
He aged in reverse. So you got the banana gun, you got the killing edge, which is just a sword, but it also acts like a laser sword. I don't know.
Yeah, some of these are like the banana gun is apparently from Smash Brothers. Like it was made for the game, not from any other.
Bomber, Death's Scythe.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool seeing like Pikachu with Death's Scythe.
Yeah.
Staff, Ramblin' Evil Mushroom, reverse opponent's controls. Okay. Rage Blaster, higher your damage percentage, the stronger it gets. Let's get real here. Probably never going to use any of these.
Yeah, because you're all weird and you play with items off.
There's also some Pokemon, Will.
Yes.
For example, the Alolan Executor.
I feel like if you're going to throw in any new Pokemon, you have to do Alolan Executor.
It's like 100 feet tall.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. There's also Abra, which opens up like a black hole. Solgaleo, I think. Oh, that's the guy from Ultra Sun or Sun, and Lunala from Moon. I think I got Solgaleo when at E3. It like came up. Mimikyu, which is the terrifying mimic of Pikachu.
Oh, yeah, that's what that is.
Pyukyu. I don't know what that is. Vulpix and Alola Vulpix. So that's like the regular flame one and an iced one. Marshadow and Ditto, who dittos whatever character. I don't know if it's your character or the opponent's character. I think it's your character.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that's what we got here from Fanatics 4.
Well, they didn't put it on their website, but we did get new gameplay modes in this announcement too.
Oh, first of all, we got a $1.11 super chat from Constellar Diamond. And we also, this just in from William Wulff. Did you know the banana is God's wonderful fruit because it has appeal? Will, appeal. Because it has a peel on the outside. And it also has appeal, mass appeal.
If you ever don't have a problem with our sense of humor, now you know where it comes from.
Anyway, so yeah, that's it. That's what Fanatics 4 has.
Yeah.
But there are some other game modes.
Yes, whole bunch of new game modes. There's the strike mode battle mode is a 5-on-5 or 3-on-3 elimination style battle where each player must use 5 or 3 consecutive fighters in a battle to determine the winner, but multiple players can also take turns.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And also, AJ was a big fan of this because he likes jumping between characters.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of like Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah.
In a way.
Especially the 3 versus 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
5-on-5 is nuts. But
I feel like this is going to be a popular game mode.
Yeah.
Also, I forgot to mention, I think they said that it's defaulted to stock. Stock matches is the default now, I'm sorry, it saves your last settings.
Okay.
So if you we don't play times.
That's stupid. We always play stock.
We play stock. So you switch it to stock, and then it's always going to default to stock unless you switch it back to timed. Because I hate going in there every time I want to play and switching it to stock. Also, the stock mode looks awesome because if it's 1v1, or I guess in this mode, and you lose a stock, the score comes up real big.
Yeah.
This game makes a big deal out of everything that happens, and it's pretty cool. Especially it also has those slow-mo when you knock someone out.
Yeah.
Which Wii U had for some moves, but this one this one's a lot more dramatic.
Yeah.
Also in another little tidbit, in the sudden death, the screen gets smaller.
That
zooms in. And I don't know if that means that the kill box also gets smaller, but it probably does. Because that happens with some of the items where the screen gets smaller, like the Squid Sisters. The kill box gets smaller also. So it probably happens in sudden death too.
There is also tourney mode, which will allow players to input up to 32 participants and generate a tournament bracket, perfect for large smash gatherings.
How many characters?
32.
How many people? 32? Okay.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Just do it, let the game decide what you're going to play as.
I think Dan said, is that going to be online? And that didn't even cross my mind because it's frickin' 2018. Why do I have to think about that?
All these modes are online.
Yeah. Tournament mode better be online.
Yeah.
It better be. You better be able to have 32 because I would like to have a tournament with everybody because that'd be sick. I'm going to put tournament mode on screen right now so everybody can see it.
Next is Smashdown mode, which makes the Smashdown mode makes the selected characters from the previous battle unavailable, so players must choose a new fighter for the next round. Versatile players who play many different characters will have the chance to excel here.
That's pretty cool.
That's interesting. I misread that at first and thought it was no two people can be the same character in a match, but I think this is a good idea.
For the Smash Bros. Invitational tournament that they did at E3, they had a rule where you picked I think 3 characters for the round.
Yeah.
You had to and you couldn't play the same character more than once. So it made it, that was just a way to show off all the different characters, but that was a really smart way to do it.
Yeah.
I don't think that they should do that for actual tournaments, but I thought that was pretty cool for that particular tournament because it got everybody a chance to see, especially these really hardcore competitive players, use characters like the Inkling and Sonic and stuff like that.
A new training mode features an exclusive stage with a grid that displays the launch distance and trajectory depending on damage. Fighters' weights are factored in at the moment of impact. Did you see this? The training mode?
That was cool.
That was really cool.
That was very that's what the training mode should be.
Yeah, I know a lot of fighting games like have their training modes are like in a grid level, and but it's just really there for to be aesthetics. It doesn't really do anything.
This has a purpose.
This actually does something, and I think that's great.
It's people are going to use the hell out of that. Yeah. So when you hit somebody, it shows you a little graph of their trajectory.
Yeah.
And there's a grid in the background. It's really cool. I also really the training mode's always been good in Smash Bros.
Yes.
But this gives you actual math.
Yeah, which is nice.
There's options to slow down time and stuff, so you can get things like frame perfect. $2 super chat from Constellar Diamond, Cuphead and Yarny. So Microsoft has Smash characters. I think it was a stretch for them to even put Shovel Knight.
I don't think
because he's an indie game.
Yeah, but I think it's Shovel Knight sort of makes sense because he premiered on Nintendo systems to begin with. I feel like if they're gonna use Microsoft characters, which at this rate is becoming more and more likely, it would probably be either Banjo or whatever game they're promoting next.
People are saying we need another out of complete left field character. Because remember, Snake was whoa, what is going on
So
here?
Master Chief would be that character.
Yes, I think that. I think Crash is the next character that we're getting.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and you're gonna hate me for this.
What? I'm not gonna hate you.
I think at this rate, Goku is looking very
likely. Okay, now I hate you. I didn't know you were going there.
It's looking very likely.
There is no... I'm not going to say I'm going to eat my hat or anything.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to eat anything.
Yeah.
But there's no way in hell Goku's going to be in Smash.
Look. The game is being developed by Bandai Namco, who own the rights to the Dragon Ball games. They're throwing literally...
Yeah, but they don't own the rights to Dragon Ball.
Right, but I'm sure they could easily go to Shonen Jump and be like, hey, your fighting games are mostly just okay.
Wasn't there a Dragon Ball console? Did they do a Dragon Ball 3DS or something?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, no, there's no. It's not a. He's not a game character. Every single character in Smash Brothers is a video game character.
But there have been as many.
They put Batman in there.
Yo, I would love if Batman. Remember for Smash on Wii U when they had what characters do you want to see in the game? I said Batman.
I think I said Shovel Knight. David with $2 super chat. How out of left field would Spyro be? I think Spyro and Crash are pretty.
I feel like you're more likely to get Crash
safe
than Spyro. If you're gonna get Spyro, Spyro is gonna be an assist trophy.
Okay,
because Crash is the bigger name.
Cloud was also out of left field.
Yes, Cloud was very out of left field because Final Fantasy VII has never been on a Nintendo platform.
So I think Master Chief seems a lot more likely.
Yes.
Now that I think about that.
And imagine if they put Master Chief in the game. And Sony's just PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale 2.
Yeah, we have enough. Yeah, we got PlayStation's got representation. Really, it's just it's just Cloud because Snake would have been, but he's been on every platform. So $2 from Fred. Arms plus anime equals my boy Luffy, isn't it? That's another thing. We haven't seen Arms characters.
We haven't. We're gonna see Arms characters, probably not playable, but in some capacity.
We talked. So this morning when I streamed it, I streamed my reaction with AJ and with Dan from that Cyber channel. AJ was talking about how Arms is popular enough to be put in it,
Right.
and he noted. Well, he noted that back on the Wii U, there were no Splatoon characters on the Wii U. Even after the DLC, you know?
Yeah.
Like there could have been Inkling DLC, but they just didn't do it. And Splatoon was popular in Japan, at least. So Arms is kind of in the same boat as Splatoon was in. But I think Splatoon... I think Arms I think Arms has latched itself as a staple on the Switch. It's not that popular. It sold about 2 million, which AJ thinks is a lot. I think it's like...
That's not bad for a new IP.
It's good.
Yeah.
It is good for a new IP.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that is because there was not a lot out when it came out. But... And now it's kind of... Hype for Arms is totally dead.
Yeah.
But I think that it kind of solidified itself as part of the Switch, and I think that it needs at least an assist trophy. But we haven't even seen an assist trophy, so I think it.
They haven't announced all the levels yet, did they?
They haven't said that they're done with anything yet.
Because
there's still a lot more to announce.
I think they're bringing back all the old levels, so there's a chance we might get an Arms level.
I think there's still room for an Arms character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even if I don't think it's popular enough, it was a this could have been in development when Arms was at its peak. You know?
Absolutely, it was.
So they were probably like, you got to force some Arms in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think there's room for Arms. I think, without a doubt, we're getting Shadow as an Echo Fighter.
I thought Shadow was an assist trophy.
He was an assist trophy in the Wii U version, and he is not an assist trophy. He has not been confirmed as an assist trophy in this version. That's why I think we're getting him as an Echo Fighter for sure.
Gotcha.
Because it would just make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get slammed with a whole ton of Echo Fighters one of these days.
I could definitely see that.
I think he's gonna be an Echo Fighter. I think at least Proto Man is gonna be an Echo Fighter, and why not Base if he's in the freaking Final Smash?
I feel like X would be an Echo Fighter over the others, but
I don't think so. I would love to play
taller,
as X.
but
I would love to play as X, but I don't think he's going to be in it. What other characters, Will, would you like to see? Joshua says, Rocket League car! You just fight as the car. It'll be like the that Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Speed Buggy?
Yeah. But something. I don't know. Dark Agent says, Ken from Street Fighter, Echo Fighter. That makes a lot of sense.
That does make a lot of sense.
I said all of this stuff in my video about Echo Fighters. The only thing about that is licensing, but they already
got Ryu.
Yeah.
So they can
Ken is an assist trophy, I think. Well, he was an assist trophy in the last one.
So they can make him an Echo Fighter.
Yeah.
And then make Guile or Chun-Li assist trophy. Chun-Li would be an excellent assist trophy. Just do the spinning bird kick.
Just comes in and gets right out.
I'm trying to think of who's, there's like 1,000 characters in the game already.
I don't think Cuphead
is
going to be a character because he's popular, especially in America. I don't think he's popular in Japan. And I think it's a little, even though it was very popular, sold millions of copies. I don't think it broke into I don't know, stardom yet. And especially for a Microsoft exclusive, they've got other things that they could throw in.
I was just thinking, if Microsoft were to throw an exclusive in the ring, what about Joanna Dark? She's out of left field. She had Perfect Dark was big on the N64. They still I think they still use the Perfect Dark proxy mines in Smash. I remember they used to use the GoldenEye ones, but I think they switched over to the Perfect Dark ones.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to do that, but that would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
That would be super out of left field. Especially because nobody really cares about Joanna Dark. Like, because the thing is about Perfect Dark, you're playing as that character, so you never see that character.
Yeah.
I mean, there's cutscenes, but like that's really it. And then they made another game, and that game sucked, and that they changed the whole look of her. So like, they would have to go with the old look. Thank you for the $20 super chat, Louis, who says, "Love your guys' content. This is thanks for that. Also, All Might and Smash. You know who All Might is?
Yes, I know who All Might is. He's from My Hero Academia, or Boku no Hero Academia.
Okay. That would be crazy.
In America, for the motion sensing bombs, they used the GoldenEye version, and then in Japan they used the Perfect Dark version.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I wonder why they did that.
In Smash Brothers,
Was Perfect Dark that much more popular in Japan?
I have no idea. But starting with Brawl, they started using their own like art style.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which kind of sucks, but whatever.
Waluigi is confirmed as a assist trophy, but they didn't show him this time.
Probably because they showed him last time.
Yeah, they showed him last time. He was the first assist trophy to show. Chris Paul is saying Funky Kong a lot.
Everybody loves Funky Kong.
David says Lara Croft for Smash.
I don't know if we get Lara Croft.
She's not exclusive anymore.
No, was never really big Nintendo. Oh, you can't say that because Snake and Cloud and Ryu.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Left field. We're going left field here. I think Master Chief is the most plausible left field character.
Yeah, I think that's very.
Or something from Minecraft.
Yeah. Steve from Minecraft.
Here we go. K19 with $5 super chat. I would think if Microsoft would put a representation in Smash, it would be Steve from Minecraft.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think that would be great.
Yeah, I think that would make a lot of sense. But I don't know, man. You got Snake and Cloud.
Yeah.
Like Master Chief is plausible. Except that those games aren't even on the PC. They're like locking those things to Xbox.
Right.
I don't know. Is that it for the modes?
Yeah. And of course, there's classic mode.
Of course.
Yeah.
And the menu system is an abomination. So, of course, there's like games and more, and like you can never get to any of these things. I'm sure training is buried under a million menus. But also, this wasn't in the Direct, but they quietly announced that, at least in Europe, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Bundle includes GameCube controller and the game and the little adapter thingy. So that's pretty cool.
That is very cool.
It was posted by Nintendo Europe. Releasing alongside the regular edition on... it's backwards, so I had a little brain fart. December 7th, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, the limited edition, contains a copy of the game, a Nintendo GameCube controller, Super Smash Bros. Edition, and a new Nintendo GameCube controller adapter. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to get that because I already have the adapter.
Yes.
I do want a new GameCube controller, though.
Yeah, I was thinking of getting one. One of the Smash Brothers ones.
It kind of sucks that you have to pre-order it. Like, why not just give it to me?
Well, I mean,
you know?
they like sold out.
They're the same ones from the Wii U.
I know, but they sold out immediately when the Wii U came out, when the Wii U version came out. So they're probably like, not taking their chances this time.
Yeah, and I'm sure that they switched the branding from Wii U to Switch. But still.
Yeah.
Just give me the freaking... And they work now on games. It's just that the games aren't set up for it, so they're like missing a button.
Yeah.
So. Like in Mario Kart, it's like weird. It plays weird. Yeah. But yeah, no, I want one of these controllers. Because ours is a little... Some of the buttons are getting a little cruddy.
I was reading some article, like GameCube controllers are like starting to fall apart, and later versions of the GameCube controller are very different from the launch version. So like you got to be careful, because
in what way?
I have no idea. It's like one of those minute ways that like we don't know, but the hardcore Smash crowd like will know.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to relearn how to play Smash, because Captain Falcon has this great move.
Yeah.
You know how like the pros they don't map jump to the left stick.
Yeah.
They turn it off. Captain Falcon has this great move where you stand on the edge of the level,
Yeah.
and you hold up and you just hit A, and he does this kick that starts all the way up here and slams down, and if you do it on the edge, you spike the guy down. So when he's trying to get back up on the stage, you just spike him down, and you can only do that if you either jump first while you're holding up, which is annoying, or you just hold up without jump and you slam A. So just for that move, I'm trying to relearn how to play Smash so I have an actual jump button and not that stupid jump button.
Andrew Uchiha with the $2 super chat. Tom Brady for Smash. We're New Yorkers, so that's a bad word around here.
Is it now?
Yes. Having said that, the Jets and the Giants are terrible teams, so...
Legendary Leo says, Skull Kid. I heard that also in the Twitch chat.
Wasn't he an assist trophy?
He was an assist trophy in the last game, but he's not confirmed for this game. So that's possible.
Because you got 3 different Links in this game. I don't think that any of them are getting Echo Fighters. Unless Adult Link is Dark Link.
Well, no, I don't think Skull Kid would be an assist trophy.
Yeah.
Some people are saying that we're getting the Moon as an assist trophy, so Skull Kid doesn't seem likely, but I think
I feel
maybe.
like if every character's coming back, every assist trophy could also come back.
I think regardless, we still have a lot of room for new characters.
Yeah.
Also DLC characters.
Yes.
So even after the game comes
out,
out,
DLC characters for the Wii U version. So
yeah, I know. I was kind of surprised about that. That was like one of the first party titles with DLC.
Yeah.
I don't know what was before that. There was something before that, but I don't know what it was. Mario Kart. I think was the first. And you got freaking the Mercedes cars.
Yeah.
So Critical Gamer, Danny DeVito for Smash. All right, now we're getting into some crap. Anthony says, Bomberman is an assist trophy.
Yes.
It was kind of cool seeing him. Kind of wish he was in the game.
Rayman. He was a trophy in the last game, just a regular trophy. What if
he's not a trophy. I don't know. He hasn't been confirmed as a trophy.
Yeah. What if he's like an assist trophy or a playable character this time around?
Rayman, Crash, and Spyro, I think, are all plausible. I think actually Rayman might be more plausible.
Rayman is definitely more plausible
because of their Ubisoft relationship. Yeah. I don't know why though. They're like all about the rabbits. I really hope there's no freaking rabbits in this game.
Now that you said that, there's going to be at least
assist
one rabbit.
Trophy, fine.
Playable,
get out of here.
If a rabbit
I'll be so mad.
If a rabbit is playable over Rayman, like that's just absurd. That's an abomination.
Yeah, I'd be so mad.
Yeah.
All right. That's it for Smash.
Yes.
We're done with Smash.
For now.
Yeah, of course. We'll get back into Smash. Let's talk about this $5 super chat from LKM Cherokee, Will.
Oh, LKM Cherokee. Thoughts on Justice League 5, Justice League Dark #1, and Detective Comics 986. Well, Justice League I did read, and it's been continuing what Scott Snyder's been doing, which is very good. Justice League Dark #1. I checked it out. I was never really into Justice League Dark, and I'm not going to continue with that series because the whole dark magic side, it doesn't appeal to me. And I told you before, I'm not reading Detective until the next creative team comes on. I did read Fantastic Four #1, the new issue that came out today. And it's very good, and I implore you all to go out and get it in any capacity. Because we need to get the Fantastic Four back. We need to show Marvel that we want the Fantastic Four back, and this is off to a good start so far. And I think it's just going to get better from here.
Another one for you, Will. This time $10 from Marco Mendoza. Will, since July 27th, you posted 2 videos. One about the canceled X-Men movies and one about Venom. Where is your video about the best comic book movie this year? Teen Titans Go to the movies.
I was tempted to go see that movie to do a video on it, but I became busy and was not able to do it.
I saw the thumbnail for Black Nerd's review and the title, and he did not seem pleased.
I've softened to Teen Titans Go like over the years. Like I've seen some clips online. It actually is kind of funny.
I always watch it on a plane. It's always on.
Yeah,
on a
I think
plane.
like I'm still bitter that is still going. Meanwhile, we had to fight to get Young Justice back because Young Justice was incredible. one of these days I will check out Teen Titans Go. Maybe when it comes out on DVD, I'll give it a look, and you can check my my video on that.
All right, so let's get into Dead Cells, Will.
Okay.
I played Dead Cells the other day. I streamed it on Twitch.
I've heard it's a very good game.
It's very good.
Yeah.
It's a roguelike, which
Yes.
I don't know why I wasn't expecting it to be a roguelike.
Mm-hmm.
Roguelikes, I feel like you play like an hour, you get the gist of the whole game. Because like that's what you're going to be playing for like most of your time is that beginning section,
Yeah.
But it's very good. It's a very good game. It's very good. I don't know how much more I'm going to play of it, but it's very good.
Right.
It's like $25.
Oh, it's not bad.
I think it's pretty reasonable. Maybe 20 would be a little more reasonable because it's a roguelike, so you're playing the same thing over and over again. Yeah. But that's not why this game is all over the news.
No.
It's because an IGN editor,
Yes.
Philip Munich,
Yes.
who used to be a Nintendo YouTuber, so this hits a little close to home.
Yeah.
He was the Nintendo editor at IGN.
Yes.
And I say was because he plagiarized his review of Dead Cells from a much smaller YouTuber
Yes.
by the name of Boomstick Gaming.
Yes.
Well, let's read the article, shall we?
Yes. Do so.
Also, Dead Cells, great game. Check it out on the eShop.
That's
right
undisputed.
now. Yeah. You should read his review. It's great.
Yeah.
The gaming site IGN has removed a review for the game Dead Cells after allegations surfaced yesterday that the reviewer's writer had plagiarized from a small YouTube channel. You know what? I'm not going to read this whole thing. I watched when all this stuff went down. I watched the guy's video. I want to make sure Boomstick Game.
Yeah.
I watched his video, and he played parts from his review and then parts of the IGN review, and I was like, it seems like a guy who's like, it seems like when you're writing an essay for school,
Yeah.
and you take the wiki and you try to change words so it's like yours.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel bad for him because like obviously he screwed up, but like he clearly didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
But then I looked at the actual when you read the text.
Yeah. It becomes a lot more.
It's
clear.
a lot more like I
Yeah.
listened to the No, and it was man, he totally plagiarized.
Yeah,
it was very bad.
It's very bad.
So I'll just read it and see if I can do it justice. This is from Kotaku. Boomstick Gaming. In most games of this genre, your coolest skills and spells are often set to strictly long recharge timers or limited mana systems. But in Dead Cells, your abilities have incredibly quick recharges and allow you to seamlessly integrate these gadgets in normal encounters, and it doesn't make you feel penalized for using your cool stuff. Philip, most games limit your most useful skills with long cooldown timers or a limited mana system, but Dead Cells encourages you to use your deadliest gadgets with a fast recharge timer. It never punishes you for using your best tactics. So, a couple things changed, but for the most part, same adjectives, same. He didn't even flip words around.
Yeah.
He just it's the same order of the adjectives. Boomstick. Dead Cells only falters slightly with some repetition setting in, especially on the areas on. I gotta read the whole thing over. Dead Cells only falters slightly with some repetition setting in, especially on the early areas and during longer play sessions. Munich. Dead Cells does falter slightly with some repetition, but it's only felt in its earlier areas and during extended play sessions. That whole sentence is pretty much ripped. The last one Kotaku has here. Boomstick. Dead Cells figures out an intriguing way to have your roguelike and Metroidvania experience all in one by focusing on your failures and encouraging you to try something new the next time. Munich. I'm saying his name wrong. Dead Cells strikes a perfect and engaging balance between the Metroidvania and roguelike experiences by focusing on your failures and urging you to experiment every time you do fail. So,
yeah, it's not looking good for old Philip.
Like one sentence, fine, but like that was 3 different examples of sentences he just ripped from this guy's review.
Boomstick's video, like there's more examples. Like in the description, he puts a lot more examples.
There's a lot. Yeah. And that's what like some of them are like. It's a little hard to piece together, but like that is damning right there.
Yeah.
That's damning evidence against
That's
Philip.
very bad.
And then quoted from Boomstick, and here we are plagiarizing Kotaku.
Yeah.
Quoted.
Well, we're citing our source.
We are. You're right. Boomstick quotes here. No hate, man, but I wish I was cited, collaborated with, and or compensated in some way for the healthy views your site saw on your Dead Cells review. Fun fact about that. Well, IGN then posted something, like a response.
They took the review down.
They took the review down. Yes.
And they basically said, we are aware of the situation, we are investigating the matter, and we will get back to you shortly.
Yeah, and in the comments, it's right here, actually. I'll throw it up on screen. Somebody said, who is this? Brave Ulysses said, have you considered giving the ad revenue from the review to Boomstick Gaming? He has a Patreon and is working hard to make gaming videos for a living. And I was like, that's a weird thing to request. But Pear was like, yes, we have talked about other steps behind the scenes. Our editorial manager reached out with a proposal along these lines. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's very good. Very
IGN's
good
like, here to have some money.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. But yeah, IGN released a statement. I have it right here, and it reads, we've reviewed the allegations against one of our writers regarding our review of Dead Cells. After taking the time to investigate, we've determined that there were substantial similarities between a review posted weeks earlier and our review that could not be justified and warranted taking down. Though we as a community often share feelings and even certain word choices to describe the games we love by using familiar frames of understanding, this particular situation stepped over the line and is not a reflection of our editorial standards. We apologize to our readers, developer Motion Twin, and most especially the YouTuber known under Boomstick Gaming for failing to uphold those standards. We take our review process seriously. In most cases, reviewers are expected to play a game's single-player or story campaign to completion at least once, so as well as spend additional time capturing gameplay to supply content to the video component of our reviews. Though our Dead Cells reviewer played the game and came away with glowing opinions of it, as did many of our staff members, the review itself was simply not acceptable. We parted ways with the writer involved in the review, and we will be re-reviewing Dead Cells this week. We will work tirelessly to ensure that, regardless of whether you agree with our reviews, you can have faith that every word is nothing less than the genuine opinions of our critics. Nothing is more important to us than your trust. And that's just general from IGN.
Yeah.
So they fired him. He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. He's done. I looked back onto his Twitter page to see, like, he started working at IGN 9 months ago.
This is a very fast turnaround.
Yeah. And you read, like, the last 2 tweets he posted about Dead Cells, and, like, he was, like, really excited.
I don't know why he didn't delete those tweets.
Yeah, they're still up.
Yeah.
He's, like, really excited about it. It's the first IGN video review I've edited myself and can't wait to share it with you all.
Delete that, man.
Delete that immediately. And then, like, he had another one just promoting the actual, like, when it launched the review.
His actual last tweet is to Greg Miller.
Yes.
I have this in our little notes here because it's great.
Pretty funny.
Greg said, I'm so tempted to start Dead Cells, have been for a week, but I'm afraid that if I do, I'll never get back into Octopath. I must be strong. I must commit. And then Philip says, you should definitely pick up Dead Cells. It's an amazing game that's well worth your time, and you can always come back to Octopath when you need to scratch the JRPG itch. And this guy, Justin L. Mack, tweeted, you should definitely pick up Dead Cells. It's an amazing game that's well worth your time, and you can always come back to Octopath when you need to scratch that JRPG itch.
If you keep reading down, like, all the responses to that comment, it's a lot of people doing that.
That's good. That was almost the tweet of the week.
Yeah.
But there's a better one. I feel bad because this guy clearly didn't have, like, a journalism background.
Yeah.
So he didn't know, like, this is, like, the worst thing you could possibly do.
But even still, you would imagine, like, on a basic level, you should understand that plagiarism in any form, especially in a professional environment, is very bad.
You should know not to do this.
Yes.
It's like, it's just that, like, he was clearly in over his head. This was not the job for him.
Yeah.
If he thinks that he can get away with stuff like that, like, he was in the wrong line of work.
Absolutely.
He was just a YouTuber that they were like, here you go.
Yeah.
He writes some articles for us.
Yeah.
Because IGN, their written work that's their biggest. They take a lot of pride in that.
Yeah.
And he clearly isn't a writer. He's just a YouTuber who makes video content. One thing that rubbed me the wrong way about little old boobstick gaming though.
What's that?
Is that they posted he posted the thing saying, "Look, IGN plagiarized me."
Yeah.
Very next video, a few hours later, not even 24 hours later, subscribe to my Patreon. Like, hey, I'm getting all this traffic because I got that guy fired. Give me money.
I feel like
That's not cool.
I mean, maybe, but like, you don't know. That could have been his regularly scheduled video.
Regularly scheduled, subscribe to my Patreon video.
I mean,
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I don't think that's that big of a deal.
I'm not
Look,
about
if we
that.
suffered a big controversy, I'd like to take it up.
Not immediately after. You do another, I would double down on another video, and in that video say, hey, we have Patreon, subtle.
Yeah.
Not, hey, by the way, thanks for giving me all this support, give me money.
To Boomstick's credit, though, he didn't want Philip fired.
Yeah.
Like, he was being very courteous about it. He was being very...
He needed to be fired, though.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, yeah.
Because...
You can't do that.
You can't do that, and it makes IGN look really bad, especially if they keep him on. He can't do another review.
So... But yeah, no, he was being very courteous about it and very, like, gracious about the whole thing. He was trying to be as fair as possible. All he wanted was, the acknowledgments, and that's it. And then, it looks like they're taking care of him though, so that's good.
It's hard to look at the situation from both people's perspective because I feel sympathy for both.
Yeah.
For Philip, he clearly didn't think what he was doing was wrong.
Right.
It was very wrong, and he was in over his head. And for Boomstick. Would you make a video outing IGN, or would you try to quiet? I mean, maybe he actually. I don't know. He might have tried to reach out to them.
I remember I saw him tweet at Philip. I don't know if it was with a link to his video or not. But yeah, no. I would definitely try to reach out to them first, and be like, "Hey, I think you guys plagiarized me, or whatever."
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the right thing. I mean, I'm not saying Boomstick did anything wrong.
Yeah.
Except for the Patreon thing, rubbed me the wrong way. But
I think in the grand scheme of things, that's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, and Philip needed to be fired. So I think IGN is doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I think everything's fine here. I wonder what the hell Philip's going to do. This is another case where I turn on Twitter notifications for somebody to see what's going to happen next. The last one before that was Marty Sleva, who is not at IGN anymore.
Yeah.
And that's Marty and Alana Pierce both left IGN.
Well, they left
also.
of their own accord.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Well, some shady stuff's going around with Marty Sleva though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we don't know because he disappeared.
Well, I know. Isn't he a drunk?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. Please don't. Please don't say anything. Tweet that out or anything.
Yeah, unconfirmed.
Yeah.
But no, he was he disappeared for a month, and then on the subreddit, people were speculating what happened, and then he was I parted ways with IGN. I'm doing something else now. So.
Well, I know Alana has got a new job.
Yeah.
Yeah, she moved to Rooster Teeth, so that's not that bad.
Yeah, she's doing a Funhouse.
Yeah.
But no, they're losing people. They're losing important people. What was I going to say?
There's also the sexual harassment scandal last year.
Yes.
That was a very big deal.
Yes. There's a lot. IGN's got a lot of crap.
They got a lot of things going on right now.
They got a lot of things they got to figure out. CJ Gertz says, is there a vague possibility he just happened to copy the review word for word? I thought that was going to go the opposite way.
Yeah.
But yes. And AJ says, I take offense to the, quote, just a YouTuber thing. Makes us look bad.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't have journalistic training and stuff.
I did, according to the Kotaku article, there was a second update. A tipster pointed Kotaku to another example of striking similarities between Munich's work and another outlet's. This from his time before he was hired at IGN. So one of his videos on his YouTube channel apparently plagiarized a Nintendo Life review of FIFA 18.
That's bad.
And they have an example of it here.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah,
He can't even be a YouTuber anymore.
I'm sure he'll try to go back to YouTube
Yeah.
and like try to like rebuild his career from there. But like, it's not going to be easy.
Remember the whole sexual harassment thing with Nick Robinson from
Yeah.
Polygon?
Yeah, I was going to ask. Like,
He recently just started tweeting again, and his first tweet was like, everybody was like, giving him crap.
yeah.
After that, it's like nothing ever happened. Everybody just forgot about who he was. Now he's posting YouTube videos.
Right. Yeah.
And everybody forgot he was
Yeah.
sexually harassing people. So I don't know. But hey, position for a Nintendo editor open at IGN.
Yeah, and you don't have any plagiarism or sexual harassment
No,
controversies.
but if you work at IGN, they won't let you do your own YouTube channel. So Philip had to stop YouTube.
Yeah, that I know.
He had to switch his focus on his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So I refuse to do that.
Why? Because you're afraid to have it all fall on my shoulders. This whole empire that we're building.
Yes. You can feel free, Will. Feel free to go over there.
Nah, I got a good job here.
What was the... Was there more on the story?
Nah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Well, we got a super chat. 50. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, you said. Oh my God.
Damn. Goddamn. Late gang, where you at? He is doubling every time he's late. He's doubling down on that late tax.
Listen, we will never tell you not to donate to us. We appreciate every single dollar that you guys and gals like give to us. We're grateful for it. But Christ, man, $50 in one shot. Buy yourself something. Take care of yourself. Get some new Jordans that I'm sure you want. Kids wear Jordans still,
I'm
right?
sure he's got them. I'm sure he's got everything he wants. I was gonna say. I remember what I was gonna say now. AJ was the one who showed me the side by side of Boomstick Gaming's the him saying that the guy plagiarized it, and then subscribe to my Patreon. Hey, they should just hire him. It looks like he makes good reviews.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Imagine.
Yeah, I know.
Bob, while all this was going on, I found breaking news.
Yes. I don't like your face
The
right
Sonic
now.
the Hedgehog movie.
Oh, okay.
They have a voice actor for Sonic.
For Sonic?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to you're not going to guess who it is.
It's not Roger Craig Smith, which pisses me off.
Yeah, it's upsetting.
Why can't they just make it Roger Craig Smith?
I don't know, because we can't have nice things.
Okay. What is it? Because you already have a supporting male lead. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's white male lead.
It is actor Ben Schwartz. Now, that name probably doesn't sound familiar to you.
No,
But
it does, but I don't know what he...
It's John Ralphio
Yes.
Saperstein from Parks and Rec.
Yes. I'm down with that.
Yeah, I got no problems with that. That's actually...
He's great.
Yeah, he's
very
excellent.
funny.
He's also Dewey on DuckTales, the new version of DuckTales. He was one of the voice actors for BB-8, along with Bill Hader.
The problem with Sonic is you have to be overly cool.
Yeah,
And
Sonic's
he's not overly
I know.
cool, but he would be funny.
Maybe, I mean, he might be able to pull it off. He's got to get the, like, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Way past cool.
Just hire
You
us.
know? Yeah. No, my voice is too deep. I'd probably
No,
be like,
you nailed it. That was good.
Really?
That was good.
I'll do my audition tape next week.
So, that's cool.
Yeah.
Who's the guy? Is it Paul Rudd?
No, it's
It was gonna be.
it's going to be Paul Rudd. It's James Marsden, Cyclops from the X-Men
okay.
movies.
Okay.
And Jim Carrey, who will be playing Dr. Robotnik, which... Is Dr. Robotnik going to be CGI, or is he going to be played by, like, live action? Because I know this is a stupid-ass live-action CGI hybrid movie, like Smurfs.
I don't know what's going on.
If Jim Carrey's just doing the voice, that's one thing. If Jim Carrey's actually playing Dr. Robotnik, I got issues with that.
I think there's a low chance it's gonna be a good movie.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not expecting this to be a good movie at all.
I'm gonna see it, and I want to be at the red carpet. We gotta do everything we
yeah,
can
we got
to
to
be
do
there.
everything we can to be at the red carpet.
I want to wear an all blue. We're both gonna wear all blue. No, all blue, all orange.
Do it. Oh
Make
my
this
God.
happen.
Yes.
Whatever strings we need to pull.
Everybody tweet at Sega and Sony Pictures and Tim Miller, who's producing it. And I forgot
Tim
who's
Miller's
directing-
producing it?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Anyway, there's a lot of other stuff. What's this fixed PUBG stuff?
Okay, yeah, I
Through the rest
saw
of
this.
news.
All right. So the team behind PlayerUnknown's Battleground are so sick of hearing people say fix the game that they've opened a website specifically geared towards fixing the game.
It's about time.
Yeah, it's called PUBG. It's called Fixed PUBG, which is a phrase we've been hearing a lot lately. The site says bugs, performance problems, and quality of life issues have been limiting PUBG's true potential, and you want it fixed. So we think it's time to do something about it. Fans and observers would say 6 to 12 months ago was the time to do something about it before Fortnite arrived and ate PUBG's lunch. Basically because PUBG, despite being the first battle royale game, ran like trash. And is better late than never, I guess. This is the article from Kotaku as written by Luke Plunkett. The site is built around a roadmap that shows exactly what areas of improvement the development team is looking at and when players can expect something to get better or at least get fixed.
So it just says never the whole time.
Well, I mean, like it's got like charts and stuff and all this other things.
Okay. Yep. I can make a chart.
Yeah, it's funny at first glance, but it's presenting but in presenting what's normally behind the scenes timetabling as public information, it's also an interesting look at just how much shit a developer has to constantly be juggling behind the scenes for an online game. So
that was an hour 11 minutes.
Yeah, thank you
for your curse word.
So did you check out the actual website? As I write down,
it's just fixpubg.com.
Yeah, fix.pubg.com. What is Fix PUBG? Check out full details below. Yeah, and they have the roadmap of like what they plan to fix.
This seems
where
like
they are.
I mean, good that they are at least acknowledging that their game is broken.
There's a fix log.
Is there anything for the Xbox version?
There's a FAQ.
They put way more work into this website than they did their freaking game. It's really sad what happened to PUBG.
Yeah.
Oh, Xbox Road to version 1, Will.
God.
They're not even there yet. Crash rate reduced. That's the first thing it says. Complete. It's completed. It won't crash. The console exclusive game will not crash anymore. Fixed memory leakage. When you get that old leakage.
Oh, yeah.
And optimize memory usage to minimize crashes. We also analyzed various crash points and resolved the issues to bring down the crash rate to less than 2%.
That's fair. Less than 2%.
I've had the game crash on me at least 3 times.
That's bad.
And maybe I've had 5 to like 7 sit down play sessions.
Yeah. So like half the time.
3 times is a lot of times.
Yeah.
And for a console game, I will say. Critical moment performance. We optimize the performance of Xbox PUBG during certain critical gameplay moments. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. This game's garbage and needs to be fixed.
But at least now
it's fun though. That's the sad part.
Now you know they're working on it. Before everybody was like, they don't care. They have our money. Who cares? But now we know they're working on it, which is nice of them. Or
I still don't know.
This could just be a front and like, oh, let's put this up. Who cares?
This is a front. I'm not on board.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't play the game.
I would love to play the game more, but now we have Fortnite.
Yes.
So Fortnite just needs a mode without building.
Yeah.
I know that like defeats the purpose for most people who play it, but like, I'm not saying take building out. I'm saying make a mode that doesn't have building.
Like Titanfall has a multiplayer mode where you don't play in the mechs, just regular shooting.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Also, if anybody's got one of them Call of Duty Black Ops beta codes for the PlayStation 4, hit me up at bob@thewolfden.com. I would love one of those. I do not plan on pre-ordering the game because I don't do that.
Yep.
Okay, so all right, we're getting some crap. With,
we're plowing through this.
PUBG it's not looking good for PUBG.
No,
so
PUBG.
Tomorrow, apparently, so Thursday this week.
Yes.
There is going to be a Red Dead Redemption trailer.
They announced this news while the Smash Direct was going on.
I know. I saw it afterwards. I was like, whoa, what did I miss?
So it's basically like Rockstar's pulled out their member and put it on the table like, oh yeah, you like Smash? Red Dead.
people keep forgetting this game's coming out this year.
Yeah, because they never announced any news on it. It's like we'll go 6 months before we see anything or hear anything.
It's going to be at 11 a.m. So when I wake up to make this podcast live,
Yes.
make it relist it. Yeah, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
So
I
just
can't
another
wait.
trailer. It's just another
Yeah,
trailer.
but it's gonna be gameplay footage though.
Thank God.
Yeah.
We need some of that.
Well, I mean, we sort of got a sense of what it's gonna be like from the last trailer and from Red Dead Redemption 1.
Yeah.
But to see the specifics of it and see how it's all gonna play out, I think that'll be good.
And this game comes out, does it say in the article? I think it says-
October 26th.
Yeah, so like we're coming close to it.
Yeah.
And we've only seen a trailer and a half
Yeah.
so far. So they're being real coy about it.
Yeah.
So this is probably going to be game of the year for me,
Probably. Yeah.
which is weird for a Nintendo person.
Yes.
But I mean,
So what
Yeah.
you're saying is Red Dead Redemption 2 is confirmed on the Switch.
yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes, I have insider information. Savas says Diablo is way better than both games, which is sad. What is both games? I think he means
Viper's-
Black Ops and PUBG.
Well, Viper is talking about says something about Overwatch and WoW
Oh, they're talking amongst themselves.
Okay.
I'm sorry to get involved in your nerd stuff.
in your lives.
Yeah. Will,
Yes, Bob.
did you know Marvel may use James Gunn's script for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 after all?
I heard that it's good because there was actually a lot of controversy as to they might not. They might throw it out completely.
So I'm gonna segue here out of your story that you put in this.
Yes.
And did you see Batista is very vocal? So
Yeah.
we didn't talk about this on the show last week.
We
which should
didn't,
have.
but there's a lot going on with James Gunn and the Guardians of the Galaxy controversy.
So James Gunn got booted, got the boot from Disney because he had some tweets from like
a decade ago.
yeah, and that resurfaced. They resurfaced in 2012. Nobody cared.
Yeah.
They resurfaced now. The climate's different.
Yeah.
People are pissed. And Disney fired him. All of the Guardians came together.
Released a statement.
Even the dead ones.
Yes.
They came together. They released a statement. And they all signed it and said, "You need to bring James Gunn back.
Yes.
This is unacceptable." Mm-hmm. And they're all upset that that some, and I'm upset too that somebody could just be like, "I don't like this guy. Let's bring up his old tweets.
Yeah,
and
let's try to ruin
assassinate
his
him."
life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A person shouldn't wield that power.
Right.
And so they wrote this thing, and now we just wait.
Yeah.
Batista has been very vocal
Oh, yeah.
on Twitter about this, just answering questions, tweet at him,
Yeah.
whatever you want. He said something along the lines of, I talked to Chris Pratt immediately after, and Chris Pratt's a religious man. He said, "I have to pray on this." And I said, "F that. I'm pissed. I'm not going to be in this movie if James Gunn isn't in it."
First he said that I'm going to fulfill my contractual obligation and then I'm done.
Well,
Then he said if they don't use, because James Gunn finished the script for Guardians 3. He presented it to Disney. They have it. He said if they don't use James's script, I'm going to ask them to release me from my contract, recast me, kill me off. I don't care. I don't want to be in the movie then.
I don't think it was just use the script. I think they want him
Well, they
back
want
to
him
direct.
back. They want
Yeah.
him back to direct. But Batista specifically said if they don't use his script, at the very least, he feels they should use his script.
I thought it was bring him back, or I'm going to be asked to be released from
I
the
feel
contract.
like regardless, he's gonna, once his contract's up, he's gone. He doesn't want, like, that. This clearly pissed him off.
Yeah.
But
He's the most vocal about
Yeah.
this whole situation.
Yeah.
And he doesn't care. Like, I
No.
know this is like the biggest thing he's ever been in.
yeah,
But he could do anything he wants after this.
yeah. I mean,
he's good, man.
Yeah, he's been in other movies. He's got other deals happening. I think he's gonna be like one of the figureheads of the Valiant universe as well when that gets launched.
He was in Blade Runner.
He was in Blade Runner. He was in Spectre, a friggin' James Bond movie.
He also a wrestler.
Yes, which he wants to do again, but that's
He's
the second
good.
point.
He's good.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
And good on him for calling out the bullcrap.
Yeah,
You know?
good on him for like sticking to his guns and sticking by James Gunn. See what I did there?
Yep.
Okay. But yeah, so there was a lot of talk like Disney is in talks with him. Maybe they'll hire him back. They probably won't. They still have a script. they're looking to toss it out and like rewrite it, which would be hard to do because they want it to start filming in January. But now it looks like, according to the Hollywood Reporter, multiple sources have said that Disney is likely going to use Gunn's script for the sequel, but will not ask him back to direct. And that potential decision means his representatives and the studios are locked in complicated negotiations over contracts and credits. But the reports suggest that ultimately Gunn may get up to $10 million for his work on the movie since there was no breach of contract. In addition, two sources told the trade that Marvel is still open to working with Gunn, if not on Guardians, then maybe on other projects. An end-all verdict hasn't been issued and conversations with Marvel are still ongoing, which is interesting. The fact that they would fire him from Guardians, but like maybe stick him on another project within the same studio.
That's stupid.
Like, why would they do that?
Because they're arrogant.
Yeah.
they can't admit that they did something wrong. Disney should come out and be like, listen,
We did something wrong.
we did something wrong. We acted on popular opinion too quickly.
We acted on fear-mongering and baseless accusations.
Yeah, because you can't, like, they set a very bad precedent.
They did.
That people could do this. You know, today, I don't know why, but it came with my suggestion, and I re-listened to the Joe Rogan podcast where he was talking about PewDiePie from last year, that whole controversy.
Yeah.
That also pissed me off. The Wall Street Journal could just be like, hey, this guy's a Nazi. And then all these people pull out. You know? Like, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Somebody was like, hey, James Gunn said all this stuff a decade ago. And then Disney's like, okay, forget him then.
Yeah.
Done. And that sucks. That somebody could just do that.
Yeah.
$2 super chat from Jesse McCown. LED light above NES is hanging loose.
It is. You gotta fix that.
Bitch. Also, I gotta make it a little brighter over the Genesis. It's hard to see the Genesis because it's black. Yeah, I gotta get better tape or just super glue it. I'm just gonna super glue it.
just super glue it at this point.
Also, I forgot we got a Twitch Prime sub from Rye Guy the Tie Guy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub.
I didn't put it in the keep, but I did see like there were sources that like James Gunn is getting offers from other studios to direct other movies, including Warner Brothers.
That'd be funny.
Yeah. I saw someone tweet at him, yo, James Gunn, take Batista with you, make a Lobo movie.
Yeah. Somebody said, so can we get Edgar Wright for Guardians 3?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I hope they get James Gunn back. But also, I would be curious if James Gunn would even take it back.
I feel like he would.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like...
It depends on how wronged he feels.
Yeah.
I feel like he does. His response was pretty, you know.
I feel like
Vanilla.
James Gunn like is the type of person like he understands why Disney did what he did, but like he'd be happy to be back. You know.
All right, that's it for that.
Yeah.
Moving on. This is the last story we have.
Yes. Real quick. So the CW Arrowverse, they're doing every superhero on the planet except all the popular ones. It was announced that Batwoman was going to be part of the next crossover event, the Kate Kane version. And they have casted her, and it's going to be Hollywood darling Ruby Rose, who is a well-known lesbian, gender-fluid actress.
Is she in John Wick?
Yes.
Okay.
She was the silent girl who he stabs at the end.
I liked her a lot.
Yes. She's...
She might be in 3.
Maybe. She'll be seeing him.
Yes, but we don't know what happens to her at the end.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Not really, though, because it's up in the air.
So I have no real problem with Ruby Rose as an actress. I think she's whatever. I feel like she's one of those actresses that like the internet just like loves. Like, oh my God, Ruby Rose. I'm like, yeah, okay, she's cool, whatever.
Well,
but
okay.
I feel like, for Kate Kane, I feel like she's a good choice.
I was gonna say Batwoman is
for like a
lesbian
character to cast a lesbian actress is a good choice. B, they picked somebody who like has shown range in like action movie settings, like John Wick. She's in the Meg. She was in Triple X. The Meg. I kind of want to see that.
It's Meg from Family Guy.
I kind of want to see that movie to see how stupid it is.
I bet you it'll be all right.
I'm sure it will be.
Yeah.
Jason Statham is Megalodon.
That movie is another one made for China.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, so that's cool. I'm. There's also a rumor if this goes well, she'll get her own series, which will be interesting.
All right. I don't like all of these spin-off characters getting their own series without the main character.
I mean, Supergirl, they eventually, like, season 1, they referenced Superman a lot, and then season 2, they finally just showed him Superman.
Yeah, but it's like a B-rate Superman.
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
It's like stupid.
Batwoman. It's not that she can't exist without Batman, because, like, her solo series was excellent, but he has to show up at least at some point. Like, there's just no question. Like, he has to appear. Like, you can say something like, oh, I saw Batman in the news. I'm like, oh, I can do that. And that's why she dons the costume or whatever. Like, that's one thing, but, like, at some point, Batman has to show up.
It's almost as if how you can't have a Venom movie without Spider-Man. YouTube.com/WolfDen. Check it out. New video today.
Somebody responded in the comments saying, because I said, like, a Venom movie without Spider-Man is like a Catwoman movie without Batman. And somebody in the comments wrote, oh, that's not the same thing. Catwoman wasn't inspired by Batman. Yes, she was. Frank Miller's Year One.
Boom. Come
all I'll
at him.
say.
Did you say that?
I didn't.
Well, now you know.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
knowing
now
is
I
half
see.
the battle. That's it.
Okay. That's all the stories, I guess.
Yes.
I'd like to say, Will,
Yes.
if you'd ever thought about doing a little therapy for yourself, think maybe, you know, you're not feeling too great in the head.
That's here.
That's there. Instead of going, you're not the type of guy who would go to a therapist.
No, I don't like leaving the house.
No, that, and it's a little weird going to a therapist.
Yeah.
Why don't you break down those barriers? Say, you know what? I don't need to go there. I could just do it online.
Yes.
You can go to tryonlinetherapy.com/wolfden, which is BetterHelp. I don't know why our link is tryonlinetherapy.com/wolfden,
It might have been their old name. Yeah.
But it's just BetterHelp. You might have heard of them before.
Yeah.
You do that, and it gives us a little kickback. We get a kickback, but they're not paying us.
Yeah,
I just think it's a cool thing.
Yeah, I think it's a very good thing, especially because, like, part of the problem with going to a therapist is, like, you know, if you have a problem, like, you don't really want to tell anybody.
It's also like there's a stigma about therapy.
Yeah.
And you say, like, oh, I'm seeing a therapist. It's like, oh, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Which, no. The brain's a muscle. You got to work it out.
Yeah.
So this breaks down one of those.
Yeah.
This removes a step.
Yeah, it's good. You can do it from home. You know, there will be somebody to talk to you to work you through, like, what you're going through. And, like, it's really an easier way for you to get the help that you need.
Yes. I will put that link in the description. It's not there right now. But it's tryonlinetherapy.com/wolfden.
Yes.
Try it out. It seems pretty cool. Oh, yeah. We got to do the tweet of the week.
Tweet of the week! Tweet of the week! Tweet of the week!
And I already forgot what the tweet of the week was.
The
Let's go
Gibbous
with it.
Man.
By Gibbous Man. Oh, yes. Okay.
So this was posted yesterday, August 7th.
Oh, yes. Okay, now I'm remembering everything. He says, if King K. Rool is revealed as a character in tomorrow's Smash Direct, I will literally record myself taking apart a Joy-Con with nothing but my hands and then eat the pieces. And then it blew up, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, there's a video. I didn't even watch the video. And then the replies were amazing.
Yeah.
People laugh. There's the video of DDD laughing. There was a better one, though.
His initial response was...
this one was the best. It's Reggie doing the little times like, come on, it's time to do it.
His initial response was, I'm at work. I'll do it as soon as I get home.
Yeah.
And I guess he got home.
So somebody took the Smash Ultimate logo and wrote, Gibbous fucking dies Ultimate in the Smash writing. That was good.
136.
So I guess we'll watch the video of him eating... Man eats Joy-Con in response to fictional crocodile attack.
Hope you're happy.
Hey folks, viewer mail time again. Oh, here's one from Sally, age 14. Dear Pig, aren't you interrupting the story at the most suspenseful part? Well, the answer is yes, Sally. Yes, I am. Keep those cards and letters coming.
Okay, thanks for giving us the copyright strike that we're going to get. So I guess this guy isn't going to do it.
Nope, he trolled
How
us.
sad.
But good on
I
you,
did not
man.
want to see him eat a Joy-Con.
I kind of did.
I don't want to see... That would be incredibly painful. Yeah, he he got a lot of followers out of that.
Yeah.
He's a very small. He's got a very small Twitter account, and then it freaking blew up.
Yeah.
That was good.
If you scroll down a little bit on his timeline, somebody posted, you know, in Castlevania 2, what a horrible night for a curse. So somebody took that box and wrote, what a horrible night to be Luigi.
That was another thing. That was another great meme.
Yeah.
Luigi's dead now in the Smash Brothers universe.
Yeah.
He's dead because
Luigi-
death killed him.
Mega Man. Who else did Ridley kill in his reveal?
Mario.
Was it Mario?
Yeah, his
So the
hat's
Mario
on the ground.
brothers are dead.
That's yep.
Mega Man's dead. DDD is dead.
But you see, like, what just happened? Something happened.
Did you do something?
I did something. OBS disappeared. Why did OBS
Oh, no.
disappear?
Oh,
there
no.
it is. Okay. Oh, we also got a $10 super chat from Marco Mendoza. When people think there's something wrong with you because you're seeing is a therapist, they are right. But that's okay. There is something wrong with all of us. You just happen to be working on it. I guess that's all right.
Yeah.
Well, then, no, there's not something wrong with you.
You shouldn't be ashamed.
Yeah.
If somebody makes you ashamed that you're seeing a therapist, stop being that person's friend.
Yeah. And they probably need to see a therapist.
Yeah.
If there's something wrong with everybody, then is there really something wrong? I don't know. Again, I think you're right. I don't know
Yeah.
don't listen to me. This is too deep for me. Will.
Yeah.
Anyway, the thing is that Luigi literally had his soul removed from his body.
That's true.
Everybody else got like, maybe they're knocked out.
Yeah.
Luigi's soul was ripped out of his body. Also, somebody said, poor Luigi was scared to death and then got his soul removed, and then got killed by death.
What if the unknown mode is the quest for Luigi's soul?
Oh.
There you go.
There you go. What if they just remove Luigi from the game because he's dead now?
That would be messed up. Like he's not in any more Mario games.
Or Luigi's ghost is his Echo Fighter.
That would be funny.
In Luigi's Mansion, does his ghost come out of his body?
No.
I remember seeing his ghost in another medium.
I don't know, because in the first Luigi's Mansion, like, he doesn't become a ghost.
Okay.
Fights a lot of them.
Somebody tell me what other medium Luigi's
Yeah.
ghost is in. Grimhane says, this is why Bob is not a therapist. True. But go to tryonlinehelp.com/wolfden.
Mm-hmm.
I guess now is when we talk to you guys.
Yes, as always, you can reach us on Twitter using the hashtag WolfDenLive. If you commented on last week's WolfDen Live, we will get to it right now. And guys, if you're watching us live at this very moment, start asking us your questions. We will get to them when we're done with everybody else.
Using the hashtag WolfDenLive, we got here.
We didn't get a lot. We got Mohammed Hader. Will, now that Disney owns 20th Century Fox, does that mean that The Simpsons are going to join the MCU? Probably not. But probably got a lot more Marvel references in Simpsons episodes. A lot more Simpsons references in MCU.
Ooh, interesting.
I'm okay
Or
with.
we'll get some Marvel characters in The Simpsons.
Yes.
Interesting.
I'm okay with.
Or Star Wars.
Yes.
Simone Stig, thoughts on the Academy adding an outstanding popular film to the Oscars?
Did you hear
I didn't
about
even
this?
know about that, no.
So the Academy of Motion Picture
That's-
Arts and Science, they release like new things they're going to do to the Oscars to try to get more people watching it. Because, you know, millennials are killing the Oscars, Bob.
Yeah. Yeah, it's our fault.
Yeah. So they've decided one of the things they're going to do is they're going to keep the show at 3 hours locked, which means they're going to have to air some of the awards you don't care about during the commercial break.
Like, probably this one.
Well, no. This one, they're going to add a category, Outstanding Achievement in Popular Film. So one of the big things about the Oscars is they don't nominate, like, blockbuster movies like The Dark Knight or Blade Runner or things like that for Best Picture. Movies were like... Boss Baby, yeah. Movies that, like, you would think would get nominated for Best Picture because, like, everybody legitimately likes them.
Right.
Nope. It's always, like, bullcrap that nobody watches. So instead of, like, just, you know, putting those films in the same category as Best Picture, they're going to get their own separate special category called Best Popular Movie.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's dumb and stupid. It degrades the work that these people put into, like, making these movies. What does popular mean? The Transformers movies are popular. Does they get nominated?
It's like pop music.
Yeah.
You know, like it sounds like This makes it sound derogatory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how do you even judge that? Is it by box office seats? Because Black Panther made a lot of money, but maybe it's not as good as Mission Impossible,
Actually,
which also made a lot of money.
Outstanding popular film. Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah,
That's
no,
dumb.
it's very bad. So and another thing that actually really bothers me about this is they add this category, the stupid category. Meanwhile, people have been trying to get best stunt work and best casting categories for years, and the Academy is just like, no.
Yeah.
Like actual things that you can give awards to and honor actual parts of the filmmaking process.
Stunt work. People are dying out there.
Stunt work is very important. You go see Mission Impossible Fallout and tell me the stunt work was not important or worthy of award. And in terms of most movies are live and die by their cast. So not honoring the casting director is just a disgrace to the industry as a whole. So because of it, not like I ever gave a crap about the Oscars to begin with, but I will not watch the Oscars ever again. I will not follow the Oscars. I will not acknowledge them. If I'm at somebody's house and be like, oh, we're going to watch the Oscars, you want to come? No, thank you. I'm going to go do cocaine in the bathroom. That sounds like a better use of my time. Because this is just out of touch nonsense.
I'm interested in what movies they're going to do. I want to know what the deal is with this category, because it doesn't mean anything right now. It
doesn't mean, you're right. It doesn't mean anything right now. But I have a feeling, remember, you probably don't remember this, but do you know the story about the first Grammy for Best Heavy Metal Album?
No.
So the nominees were Metallica, Megadeth, Slayer, and Jethro Tull. One of those bands is not like the other, and that's the band that won. Jethro Tull won the very first heavy metal Grammy. So I have a sneaking suspicion that's what's going to happen. Popular movies doesn't mean Black Panther, doesn't mean Mission Impossible, doesn't mean Avengers. It's going to mean some stupid movie that it's probably going to mean The Meg. It's probably going to mean, what was another bad blockbuster that came out this year?
Boss Baby.
The Mummy.
I think that this is for the superhero movies. Sure.
Probably, but I feel like this is basically saying you're not good enough to get Best Picture of the Year. You're only good enough to get most popular picture.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely ridiculous.
I think the Infinity War is one of the most outstanding achievements in cinematic history.
It's up for the ending alone.
What did I call it? I said Infinity War, right?
Yeah.
That's what I said. Yeah. Yes.
Infinity War should get nominated for Best Picture, period. Black Panther should get nominated for Best Picture, period. Mission Impossible, absolutely. I don't understand this. You have a very simple solution to this, and you're not doing that.
Jesse McCown with the $2 super chat. MU Paradise removing all ROMs fearing illegal action. I didn't know that.
This is came up quite quickly. Yeah, MU Paradise is just getting rid of everything. It's a fire sale.
This is crazy. This is a crazy time.
this is what happens when Nintendo comes out and is like, "Hey, we're suing you."
Yeah, stop doing this.
Yeah,
that's crazy. It's gonna be harder and harder to get ROMs now.
Yeah,
but I mean, you just Google the freaking ROM or Google GameYouWant.rom. You'll get the ROM. Now we're into last week.
Yes.
Fred. He is Fred over here. Last week's YouTube comments. We got Full Metal Bat. I can't really enjoy the Gen 1 Pokemon games. Anyone after playing the newer ones? What? I can't any more after playing the newer ones. I don't like my bag being full and needing organization. Being forced to use HMs, having TMs expire after one use is annoying. The lack of Pokemon abilities and lack of the physical special slit. I'm having a brain aneurysm. The lack of the physical special split makes the combat system feel dumbed down. My first game was Pokemon Blue back in 1999, but in my opinion, the games got better with every new installment.
It would make sense for the games to get better with every new installment. We've never really, I have at least never really played any of the new installments.
I'm hoping that Pokemon Yellow takes all of the good stuff from the new games and, makes Yellow better, because I'm replaying Yellow. It has flaws.
Yeah.
It has many flaws. So this will hopefully fix a lot.
I
of things.
imagine, and correct me if I'm wrong, because you've played X and Sun.
Yeah.
I imagine like Pokemon is a lot like the 2D Mario games, where they're all basically the same, but like the newer ones added like tighter controls and newer abilities and things like that.
Yeah, the general idea is there.
Yeah.
The general idea is all the same.
Okay.
And some are arguing that Pokemon Let's Go changes the core mechanic in that you throw the Pokeball instead of fight the Pokemon.
Right.
But that's only wild encounters. It's not trainer battles.
Yeah.
Trainer battles are exactly the same. I don't know this person's name. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah Hoop.
Wow. You did it.
I'm never going to do that again.
By the way, Breath of the Wild sequel is definitely coming out on Switch. First of all, it won't take them longer than 2 or 3 years to make. Second of all, don't forget that Breath of the Wild was a Wii U port. They would not make a Switch exclusive Zelda.
True. But yeah, if the Switch, depending on the life cycle of the Switch, they'll definitely give it its own Zelda game. But
I think this is happening.
yeah.
But don't sell them short. It takes a while to develop a game like
I
that.
did see they officially said where Breath of the Wild is on the timeline.
Is it like a million years later?
Yeah,
Well,
it's-
100 years later.
Yeah, it's like I think it's like 1,000 or like 10,000 years.
Jeez.
Like after Ocarina of Time. But they didn't say which timeline it's at the end of. So
All of them converging.
that's my theory. That at some point they'll converge again, and it's
That'd be cool.
Breath of the Wild. Yeah.
Bronze Max, Bros Max. Oh, Bros Max. I can't believe they answered me.
I can't either because I don't remember which.
Yeah, I don't remember either. Here you are again. Look, this is crazy. Keep commenting.
Yeah, this Ouroboros, my friend.
Oscar Quintanilla. I can't do this today. Such a good thumbnail. Excellent work, Bob. Thanks, man.
It's all right.
Fred's just trying to butter us up with these comments.
Probably.
Morden Solis, you really got your wires crossed on that 20 million sales goal. They indeed said they want to sell 20 million Switches in this fiscal year, not 20 million total. Yeah, we came to that conclusion eventually last week.
I think we did.
We got there eventually. Mm-hmm. All right, now we're in the chat. That was fast.
Yes. Randomizer 6000 says Breath of the Wild is in the Fallen Hero timeline. So that's the dark timeline.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Crimson Ender says, but nobody played the Wii U version. Also true.
Actually,
They
that's
came
not
out at the
true.
same time.
I did see tweets of people saying they played the Wii U version because they couldn't afford a Switch at the moment.
Yeah, they couldn't afford a Switch, and they just played it on an emulator. Those people.
Probably, yeah.
Got news for you.
Now Grimhane's saying there's evidence that all 3 timelines are present in Breath of the Wild.
Grimhane says Bob should try to get a sponsorship by a neurologist for all the strokes he keeps having.
That's true.
Wulff, do you think Mr. L will be added to Smash? Who's Mr. L?
I'll look him up. Oh, this guy. Luigi's alter ego from Paper Mario.
Like a Darkwing Duck situation.
That's his Echo Fighter.
That would be sick. Or just a character skin.
Yeah.
Nova Wildcat says, Will, do you have any good Doctor Strange, Batman, and Spider-Man comic book lines?
Doctor Strange, everybody says to read The Oath by Brian K. Vaughan and Marcos Martin. I haven't read it yet, but I would say check that out if you want Doctor Strange. Batman, I've got videos on that. What was the third one? Spider-Man?
Yeah.
One of these days I actually have to do a Spider-Man video because that's like my most requested.
You sure do.
I always say the original Ultimate Spider-Man line by Brian Michael Bendis and Mark Bagley because that's like a very, very good interest point. It's Spider-Man at its most basic level and like all the reinventions of characters.
Spoilers right there at the end, right there.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert. But yeah. The new series by Nick Spencer and Ryan Otley is actually very good. It's only 3 issues in, but I would recommend that.
Wildcat on 3 says, I feel like the pressure of working for IGN as an up-and-coming YouTuber caught up to Philip. That or he needs online counseling. All right, enough of that now. Yeah, no, yeah. I think he was in over his head.
But at the same time, if he's done this before, like,
Yeah.
you know, that's something you gotta look into.
That's a thing. Because, like, there's no... You just upload a YouTube... Like, you know, anybody could just upload a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Matthew Santoro is famous for just ripping articles and just making top 10 lists from other top 10 lists, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
So that just sucks.
Grimhane Will, why you gotta hate on the Meg so hard? What did sharks ever do to you? I was part of a special mission, the USS Omaha, and all of a sudden we were hit by a Japanese bomber. And as we were laying there in the ocean, sharks came up and started eating my crew members. Only a few of us survived. That's not the actual speech from Jaws. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but that's what happened.
Randomizer 6000 says, we Mother fans need Nintendo in Smash Ultimate. Who's Nintendo?
Nintendo, I can't believe I know this. He's the main character from Mother 1, Earthbound Beginnings, as they call it in America.
And then 2 is Ness?
2 is Ness.
And then 3 is Lucas.
Lucas.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I remember I saw the Did You Know Gaming on Mother 3, and I was like, wait, that's Lucas.
Yeah. Lucas
Maybe
and his
tell
twin
me.
brother, who I can't remember his name.
Lupus.
It's not Lupus.
We just need Mother 3. They got to launch Switch Online with Mother 3.
They have to know, like,
And it's just the ROM that people made. That's all it is.
yeah, like they know we want Mother. Like, I've never played an Earthbound game, but I want to play Mother 3 at this point.
Haley Gold says, why did you decide to end the thumbnail stream? So today is the last thumbnail stream. So after
Yes.
this, on twitch.tv/BobWolf, which is confusing because it's twitch.tv/WolfDen,
Yes.
which is not what the thumbnail streams were on. Twitch.tv/BobWolf, where it's me drawing the thumbnail for this video. I like drawing in my solitude. It's cathartic.
Yeah,
It's my version of therapy, but also like there's a lot of thinking involved when you design stuff. I need to be able to do that on my own and have my own failures internally and not publicly to other people. But also it'll go a lot quicker for me, so I can go to sleep at night. So that's why. And tonight's the last one. So this is the last time you'll get to see me draw the thumbnail.
so get your Bob Wolf fix tonight, because otherwise it's gone.
Yep.
Klaus is his name, by the way.
Miguel. Hey, Wolf Bros. Spelt wrong.
Wrong, but we'll
I don't
let
know
it
how.
slide.
I don't know how, but he imagined it. Are you guys excited for Marvel's Spider-Man game? Yes.
Yes, very excited for
Very
it.
excited.
It's coming soon, September 7th.
Yes.
Which
That's very soon.
I found out is the same day Iron Fist Season 2 comes out.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I still might get the
PS4 Pro.
PS4 Pro. I might. If I'm thinking about doing that, I should probably pre-order it
Yeah.
because I gotta do a video.
Pre-orders
That'd
are
be a
up.
good video.
Yeah. Oh, I will be doing a video. That's gonna,
Yeah, he's gonna be talking about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Spider-Man. If I am making a video, it's on the PS4 Pro.
Right.
It's not gonna be on Spider-Man. So you're
Yeah.
gonna hear his thoughts about Spider-Man. However, I might stream Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll
then
we'll figure something out.
You'll get both of our thoughts on Wolf Den Live.
That week's gonna be Spider-Man week. Just anticipate it. Which means I gotta buy a Spider-Man t-shirt. But anyway.
I'm gonna read like one more.
Okay.
Mikachu, seeing people saying the blurred out Smash mode is called Spirit Theories, saying that you unlock characters by collecting their spirit in an adventure style mode. Luigi's death is part of the story. That's a reach. Where are they getting that
I have
from?
no idea.
Oh, so everybody check out Mikachu's game that he's working on.
Yeah.
It is gorgeous. It's a gorgeous
Yeah,
game.
you finally saw it.
Yeah, I finally saw the trailer.
Oh, because I still
already
haven't.
forgot the name of it. Put it in the chat. Harhui says, too bad the word palindrome is not a palindrome. I don't know why he's saying that.
Well, he's got a point. I mean, it would be nice if it was.
It would be nice.
Yeah.
And then Miguel says, LOL, my bad. Sorry, Wolf Bros. And then he spells it wrong in a different way.
But more correct.
More
this
correct.
time.
He almost had
You're
it.
getting there. Maybe by next week you'll be 100%.
All right.
All right. $2 from AR versus 916. And there it is. Will a Wii Sports game come to the Switch?
I would say no. Because, well, first of all, it's not a Wii.
Right.
But second of all, there's some things that are Wii Sports like. Like the Labo has some game modes that feel a lot like Wii Sports.
Right.
So we might get something similar, but not quite like a sports resort.
I feel like 1-2 Switch was supposed to fill that void.
Yes.
If they do, I can still see them, because they basically took like Wii Sports Resort, like that island and the Mii's, and put it into Pilot Wings on 3DS.
Yeah, and it was amazing.
So I can see
it.
them, like they would call it Switch Sports, but like they might like just keep that, keep the idea going. I mean, I don't know if they will.
I think they really should.
Yeah.
I don't see them doing it. I feel like they're gonna do something more unique. Like 1-2 Switch was supposed to be their version, but more unique, but it kind of flopped.
Yeah. Well, I know there was no Wii Sports game on this Wii U, was there?
No, they had Nintendo Life.
They had Nintendo Life. They had Wii Fit U.
Yeah. Yeah,
But,
they kind of distanced themselves.
Yeah.
Joshua Gray says, "Will, what do you do for your?" Oh no, wait, you're not.
Yeah, I cannot answer that on stream. Maybe one day.
It's video related.
It is video related. I will say that it is video editing related.
David with a $5 super chat. How would you feel if the blurred mode in Smash U was a battle royale of some sort?
How would they do a battle royale in Smash?
Like a Royal Rumble? They just keep adding people.
Actually, that would be great.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, like
the problem with that though is that the first person is at a massive disadvantage.
Yeah, usually
because they're in for longer. But
yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Well, unless they do it like the old wrestling games where 4 people play, but every time somebody gets eliminated, they come back as a new character, and you just keep playing until there's one person left.
It's a main mode though. It has to be a single player mode.
Most likely, yeah. But that would be really cool. Everybody's saying they had Wii Sports Club. I guess was on the Wii U.
Is that for real? I've never heard of that.
Wasn't that it was weird. It wasn't like a real
I remember
it was downloadable software for the Wii U. It consists of HD remakes of individual sports from the Wii launch title Wii Sports, which can be purchased individually or rented for a period of time.
So it wasn't a new game.
It wasn't a new game. It was basically an HD
I remember
remake.
putting the gamepad down and using it like a tee-off little situation. I remember that.
Yeah, okay. So it was basically like a piecemeal version of Wii Sports in HD.
I watched a guy speedrun Wii Sports Resort Golf, and it was insane. It was what's his name? The guy who holds the record for the first Super Mario Bros. Darlow?
Oh, yeah.
He's
I think
really
that's
good.
his name.
Anyway, that's it. Thank you guys for hanging out.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for chatting with us. As always, Wulff Den Live is every single Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern right here on youtube.com/WolffDen. If you can't make the show for whatever reason you may have, we always put this up again on Thursday as an archive version for you to watch on demand whenever you want. If you prefer to listen to us rather than watch us, so you can do so. We are also an audio podcast on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. And if you listen to us on any of those platforms, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review us because that helps us with placement on those respective stores.
Tyrell in the chat says, Go Vacation is Wii Sports. Is $50 for the Switch. I forgot about Go Vacation. It's made by Bandai Namco. But it's also for other platforms, I think. So it's not exactly like Wii Sports, but it's it's trying to be. It's filling that void.
Yes.
Thank you guys for hanging out. Twitch.tv/BobWolff for the last thumbnail stream ever that I'm ever going to do. Watch me draw the thumbnail, ask me questions about design and stuff. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Or on twitch.tv/WolffDen, where I'm still playing Pokemon, because that game never ends.
Nope.
See you later. Goodbye. Check out the new buy screen I have. Check it out.
Bye. I want to check it out. Goodbye.